Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. In this video we're going to have a look at how we can create crest shapes, which we can often use for containers in which to place graphics, whether that be for things like family crests or logos or badges, those sorts of things. So what I've done first of all, as usual, I like to start off with a little bit of inspiration as to where, what do those shapes look like. So I've just jumped on vector stock and I just did a search for crest shapes, and I just grabbed an image and I've just placed it in here just as a bit of a reference for me. So what can we see about these shapes? Well, they're quite unusual kind of looking shapes, but they're actually relatively straightforward to in terms of creating those. So what I might do is just take a few minutes and we might just jump in and have a little crack at one of these. I might jump in and actually do this shield just here, which is probably the most typical kind of one that we see. Could be even like a prefect badge or something like that. Now, interesting thing to note is that it kind of comes down to a point down here. So what I could do is I could use maybe an ellipse, and in fact, let's start with an ellipse. I've got no fill, I've got stroke turned on. So I'm going to draw an ellipse. I'm going to kind of draw it something that looks like that. Now, what you can see with my ellipse at the present is that it's got a very nice kind of rounded bottom, whereas we can see this guy comes down to a point. So what could I do? Well, this is what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to get another rectangle. I'm going to draw a rectangle around here, like so. But rather than it actually cut down exactly through the middle, I'm actually going to push this over with my left mouse key, sorry. I'm going to push that over to about there. Maybe even, yeah, about there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the Pathfinder tool to chop this in half. So what we'll do is we'll select these two objects together and we'll just say minus front in Pathfinder, which is the second one across there, and it gives me that. Okay, so what else have we got in here? Maybe I'm just looking at like this kind of scallop kind of thing going on up here. Actually, do you know what? Looks like we've got to pull this out a little bit. We could add another anchor point there. Let's see here. Let's go into here and add anchor point. There we go. Let's pop an anchor point there, and let's see what we can do with that. Now we might be able to hold down the left mouse button on the pen tool, come down to anchor point tool, and maybe I'm going to grab that. I'm just going to hold the shift key down and move that out. In fact, you know what? I'm going to undo that. I'm just going to continue with how I was going. In fact, I might use the ellipse tool here. Now, yeah, that's going to work, isn't it? I can kind of do that sort of thing. Yeah. Now we're talking. And I can adjust, things like, yeah, that's good. I'm kind of thinking this shape in here is going to kind of give me sort of that shape. All right, so we'll use the Pathfinder tool again. I'll select both of those together. I'll use the Pathfinder tool. It's here. Minus front is going to subtract this shape away from that shape. Okay, gives me that. Okay, I've got kind of half of it kind of looking all right so far. So that really means that I need to mirror this object or reflect it. So I can go up to Object, Transform, and Reflect. Now what I want to do here, I want to reflect it in the vertical, but I want to make a copy and I want to make a preview of that so I can see it. Copy. Okay, yes, we got that. And then I'm going to use my right arrow key to push that over to where it should be. Okay, let's see what we've got there. So we've got two pieces. Can I now unite those two pieces? I'm hoping to kind of remove this line through the middle. So unite, let's see what happens when I click unite. Boom. Have a look at that. That's pretty good. It's not exactly the same as that one, but you know what? It's okay. It's just in terms of learning that process, that's okay. What I notice about this though is that there is another one around the outside, kind of got that border kind of effect going on. So what can we do there? Well, we can go up to Object, we can go down a Path, and we can come across to Offset Path. So we'll do that. Currently there's 20 in here. You might need to have a play around with it, but let's preview it. Oh, that's way too big, isn't it? Don't like that. What does 5 look like? You know, so you might need to play around. Now, what have we got here? I'm just looking at these miters and these joins. What does round do? If I preview that, okay. Oh yeah, that's nice. Now, do you see that? How I did that? That was a miter. Didn't like those little. If I zoom in a little bit here, let's cancel out there for a sec. Let's make this a little larger for you guys. Let's do that again. Object path, offset path. So if I left it at 20 and I did a preview, look at the join, it's a miter, right? It gives me this thing going on. Don't like that. What happens if I go round? Okay, it gives me kind of a rounded thing. What happens if I go bevel? Don't really like that either. I like the round one, but the distance, the offset value is way too much. So maybe I am going to go with 5. Yeah, that's not too bad. That looks pretty good, right? So, you know, I could have made that and fill that black like that. No problem. So there we've got one crest. Happy with that. So I could even, what could we do? What could we do? All right, watch this one. I'm going to create a rounded rectangle, and this is basically going to be my shape. Flip that across so we've just got stroke only. It's kind of maybe, by the way, if that's happening and these are not scaling up because it's staying the same radius every time, you just need to check your preferences. Edit preferences, general. And what we want is scale corners, and we'll click on OK. And now if I was to make that bigger, we'll see that the scale of that actually gets bigger also. So let's enlarge it. Something like that. I could use an ellipse tool again. We might kind of have a cut through the middle. And all I'm really doing here, I'll just align those two together, centered. Might pull this down a little. All I'm really doing here is trying to create that part there. So we'll select both of those two together. I'll minus the front. I get that shape. You know, really all it's done is just give me a container that's got just a little dip in there. You know what? I don't really like it. It doesn't look anywhere near as good as this guy. So you can play around with Pathfinder. You can play around, you know, just mirror a shape, reflect it, that sort of stuff. And, yeah, you know, see what shapes you can come up with. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.